Welcome, Capricorn. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, getting ready to do a new moon in Virgo reading for you, the first of two new moons in Virgo. This one on the 21st being at about 0 degrees, and the next new moon in Virgo in September being in the last couple of degrees of Virgo. So this is really focusing on the area of your superconscious. Some people call this the higher mind, higher consciousness. And it is focusing on this wonderful Virgo energy in which you are putting words to and thoughts to what is in your heart, what you desire most. You're sorting this, you're describing this. It's almost like sorting through a harvest of lessons learned, focused, new interests, new attention, new tools with which you can perform the service that is the source of your freedom and your responsibility. Your overall energy here is the Judgment card, and I love in this deck how the feather of Ma'at is featured as part of a talisman. And this is describing beyond the truth, beyond justice, this opportunity, this calling that you're receiving is a renewal of an understanding of the divine order. The truth and justice of Ma'at is not simply a choice that we make to do good or evil. It is about resonating to the divine order of which Ma'at is the emblem, the symbol for. So divine law is about truth, is about justice. And you are waking up to that understanding that your experience of spirituality, of recognizing your path and your mission, is intricately bound with articulating this greater truth of that order, that world, that divine order that exists on earth, separating peace from chaos, truth from lies, justice from injustice. And the bottom of the deck, we have the Oracle of Vessels, which is lovely because the Page of Cups speaks to a kind of rebirth, a beginner's mind. This beginner's heart is an emblem of your waking up to this more profound truth of your mission, why you chose this mission, and why you are best qualified to perform this service, whatever service that is that you are engaged in, that you participate in, living a happy, whole, fulfilled life. That certainly is included in any purpose or mission you may be attempting to focus, but the openness of the heart is key, as Mahat weighs the heart, not the brain, but the heart. Remember, in Egyptian mythology was not only our desires, but our emotions. It was also our thoughts, almost like our brain, in the way that in some ways we think of our gut as similar to our brain. Well, the Egyptians found the heart to be the center of the human experience. This is an invitation to a meditation, and it may not resonate for all of you. I understand that. It is not possible for me to speak to all the situations of those that are participating in this reading. However, if it doesn't resonate, please don't argue. Simply find yourself in other placements, and you will find a message that is more appropriate for you. So having said that, I will pull an oracle card from the Flora and Fauna of Africa, and what sprung open, I like to take the easy. Devotion and duty are the key words of the Springbok. Focus your energy and deal with things now. That is how you turn your fantasies to reality. And I love this because Mercury, of course, rules the planet Virgo, which is very much about bringing focus to the things that you desire. So this is beautiful. It's right on point. I hope you can see that there. And the 10th house is where we are seen by others, how we contribute to the collective, and our social identity. Here, the Queen of Discs is really the Knight of Pentacles in this deck. So it shows you characteristically Capricorn standing still in many decks. In this deck, the serpent I love. That is a symbol of wisdom, knowledge, and as a part of, I believe, the emergence of the divine feminine in the world, that knowledge, that security in the heart, the security of love is what motivates you to take the time now to envision your goal, to live into your goal, to identify the feelings of what you wish to accomplish so that you understand you are shifting your reality in a very conscious way. This is not something that you're just happening to do or happening to want. This is something you're orchestrating from the inside out. So the goals that you are achieving at this time are very much felt in your body through your emotions and your intentions. In the first house, the Oracle of Discs is the Page of Pentacles. So I like the focus here on disc. This is cups, but this here is sort of more about the groundedness, the practicality, the productivity that is so essential to the way that you identify yourself, your mission on this earth. You're looking at ways to accomplish what you desire in new ways. You're open to learning about how to affect this masterful change in your life in a way that is practical and that helps you to hold a vision but take the steps, one step at a time, at your own pace, moving forward. So I like this because there's a whole feeling of not rushing, not responding to external stimuli. This is something that's coming from within you. This is a culmination of many experiences and many activating many parts of yourself that you are newly experiencing and finding the best way, understanding that this level of experience is novel for you. And so you are open to learning how to manage this energy in order to stabilize, to bring practical manifestation to what it is you desire. In the fourth house, the house of your home, your soul, your family, the Fool card. This is lovely. And this is really affirming that this journey begins within you. This is this is what comes from not just your own sense of groundedness and practicality, but from your ancestral pool, whatever that is. So I feel as though you're stepping into an ancestral energy with this Fool here, this way of acknowledging and having faith in phenomenal powers that offer the world is offered to you as an exploration, as an adventure, as something, as a way in which moving in any direction, you can accomplish something that doesn't need to be spelled out for you in finite terms. But your sense of power, ancestral wisdom is part of your memory pool that guides you. That's all that you need. It's this access to ancient wisdom that you are pulling from, that is empowering you, that is reminding you of perhaps other lives, other ancestors who have done what you've done before. So this is a slightly different idea about what we see as the linear passage of time where the future is yet to be. So I feel as though we often discount the future in a way that looks at the past um, uh, inordinately. So this is telling me that where you've been, you are going to. That there have been levels of achievement and civilization that have been experienced before that you are working towards, you are pulling from. This is really deeply exciting because it also imbues this kind of innocence again, as the Page of Cups describes this open-hearted, creative, imaginative experience of the world. You're incorporating that, but not in a child's body. You're incorporating that as the basis of realizing that you have been reborn in a more empowered place and in a place where you can trust your gifts, your tools, your intuition. In the seventh house of significant relationships, we have the Temperance card. For many Capricorns, it feels as though the seventh house is a bit of a vulnerable place for you. It's a place where you've had many experiences, perhaps of intimate relationship, partnership, or many attempts at establishing something long-term. As a stable, devoted, loyal person, this is a match that you perhaps has frustrated you, or through the many experiences you've had in this regard, you have learned a lot. You have learned a lot about yourself. In fact, my sense is that you're not even the same person who began on a relationship journey in your life. I feel like this is something that once came very easily to you, finding matches, finding friends, lovers, partners, perhaps even finding a stable relationship, but really allowing yourself to be transformed by many of the struggles and challenges, as well as the joys and pleasures of relationships. So you understand that this is a place, I said, of, I believe, vulnerability, but it's more like a place where ultimately you have wanted and sought approval, support, soothing, peace, calm, in a way that addresses the pace of your external life, where you are focused on achieving, doing, accomplishing, growing. And in this way, the area of relationship for the Capricorns I'm speaking to continues to be one of cleansing, healing. This may also speak to imbalanced family relationships. I wouldn't call them dysfunctional. I would simply imagine that for many Capricorns, there was an outsized responsibility in early life that put you in a position of greater authority or responsibility than you were ready for or should have been held accountable to. And because of circumstances, you took that on, but it has shaped your experiences in life in a way that has made it difficult for you to be vulnerable. And so I do believe this vulnerability is something that you're learning, something that you're opening up to because of this incredible faith and security within yourself, this growth of desire and worthiness that you're experiencing. I'm going to clarify these cards and ask that if this reading resonates with you, that you like this video, that you subscribe to my channel. I appreciate any way that you support me, and thank you for that in advance. So thank you, Capricorns, fellow Capricorns, and all who are here with me. So for the Oracle of Discs in the first house, I have the World card and the King of Swords. Interesting. With the Page of Pentacles here. The King of Swords indicates that you are approaching opportunities to complete a project and to prepare yourself for a new journey. You are using a lot of intelligence, discernment, discrimination to determine the best support that you need in order to take the right preliminary steps towards what it is you're now building. So as you close out an entire cycle, this is this place where I feel like the idea of rebirth is confirming the experience of the Judgment card. This is like waking up, redemption to a whole new life. This is being completed. You are receiving recognition and rewards. If for many of you, that may come in the form of gifts, skills, awareness, a greater expanded field of perception that are perceiving you to understand how best to gain the supports, to find the ideas, to facilitate the conversations that will help you grow mindfully towards your goals. This is something you're using carefully. You're using your communication skills, which are essential to having those conversations, admitting the limitations of your knowledge, and finding the expertise that will help you to build this new adventure in a way that is productive and long-lasting. What's already included in that is the ability to share this concrete resource with others. In the fourth house, the Fool card is clarified by the Seven of Swords and the Queen of Wands. Interesting. So, the Queen of Wands and the Seven of Swords. It's interesting because this is showing me so much confidence on your part. So much desire, so much inspiration to move in this place of, out of this place of a real whole desire, a way that your desire magnetizes you, brings you the attention that you need, is a way that you are countering the resistance that you have received. And the resistance you have encountered and continue to encounter every step of the way is particularly virulent at this time because others sense not only the correctness of your desire, the worthiness of your goals, but the power that you have to achieve them. Your determination is part of the inflammation of this resistance, right? So that's an interesting way that you are clear that your desire, your ask for help, your declaration of intention is strategic in some way that does not declare all of the tools, all of the goals, the entire picture to those that are unwilling to hear it or will be triggered, fearful, and perhaps block you in ways that you now know you cannot be blocked. In the past, you would have been daunted by the kind of criticism that you have received and are receiving, the judgments that feel as though they've been a constant theme in your life. But that is something that you've learned is not really your problem. It's nothing to be internalized. It's not a judgment on you. Although it is intended to appear so, it's intended to diminish your sense of confidence and control, authority over your own desire. So you are undaunted by that, but you are keenly aware of it because you're aware that any attempt to be successful or to move forward will always meet with resistance, will always attract haters, those that don't want it because they don't understand it or they're afraid of how you will be removed from a place that is safe and familiar for them. In the 7th house of significant relationships, significant others in your life, the Temperance card is clarified by the Page of Cups again and the 6 of Cups. Lovely. So this is now feeling a little bit more like a second chance opportunity here, that you have reconnected with an acquaintance in a relationship or an opportunity that you have had before. And this is what you're returning to in a state of preparation, in a state of clarity about the appropriateness of your understanding of the divine order, of truth, of justice, in a way that you were not ready for in the past, you couldn't commit to. It felt too fanciful, too real, too romantic, too ideal for you to believe it was possible, or the other person or the opportunity was not ready for you. So that is something that you're not necessarily reconnecting to, but you're healing with. It can be an opportunity to reconnect with that situation or that relationship so that things can be revealed. Truths can be spoken and experiences shared that will help you to close out that past relationship, most likely unfulfilled or unrealized in some substantial way, and will release you to find a relationship that is a better match, or will offer an opportunity for the relationship to find a new grounding, a new setting, to reset itself at a more conscious, aware level. The Queen of Discs in the 10th house is clarified by this Emperor and the 7 of Wands. Yeah, I see a theme that keeps coming up is your ability to clear away the distractions, that you're on your path, and even despite the resistance you experience, you are very clear that the way you have offered help to others in the past is a distraction from the work that you are here to do. And part of that realization is the result of you letting go of things you can't control, letting go of others' opinions of you, not seeking approval or validation from others, instead controlling yourself. Being clear that whatever starts, whatever you do, comes from within you, comes within your acknowledgement of your own power, your own experience, what that has given you, the skills you've gained. And this is experience on behalf of a community, a team, a collective of others. You've learned how to manifest successfully, not just for yourself, but anything that is good for you is good for the team, is good for the community. And so this is really a kind of sovereignty over your life and your reality, understanding that your reality is a reflection of what you've built, what you've manifested, what you believe to be so. I'm going to finish up this reading with a Seed and Sickle Oracle card, and I pulled the Mushroom. Number 31 reduces to a 4. That's the Emperor card, and I will read from the guidebook here. I'm reading from the Dawn guidebook. Just like fungus bodies that spread underground, hiding until they're ready to flourish upwards, you've been busy working away in the background. You're wearing yourself thin for the sake of those who don't even realize you've been burning the candle at both ends. If you're not careful, you'll reach a point where you'll burn yourself out. Catch this behavior before it gets out of control. Find someone to help with your workload or compromise on areas that don't require as much attention. Be your own helping hand and find a way to balance your energy better. Thank you so much, Capricorn. If you enjoy this content, there's more content here for you to check out. Thank you for your likes and subscribes. Until next time, namaste.